This is part 2 of the previous one named Whispering Halls. The mansion had no sound now, except for Emma's heartbeat. Or maybe it was the heartbeat of the house itself. She wandered, or floated, through corridors that bent and twisted in impossible angles. Every door she opened revealed another version of herself, pale, hollow-eyed, whispering her own name. Emma. This time, the voice didn't come from the shadows. It was the shadows. It was the floor, the walls, the ceiling. It was her own thoughts turned against her. She tried to scream, but her mouth was no longer her own. When she clawed at her face, it melted beneath her fingers. Her reflection in a nearby mirror smiled at her. Her, but not her. "Do you remember now?" the ghost, or herself, asked. Emma dropped to the floor, shaking. I can't, I am not, Yes, you are. You have always been me, and I have always been you. The house remembers everything, and now so do you. A cold wind swept through the halls, and the portraits lining the walls screamed silently. Emma felt herself unraveling, memories, fears, guilt, and joy collapsing into one overwhelming torrent. She was no longer sure where her mind ended and the mansion began. "Please, stop. I don't want this." "There is no stop. There is only belonging." She stumbled into the grand hall, the same one she had feared before. But now it was different. The chandeliers bled light like molten gold. The floors pulsed beneath her feet. And in the center, a mirror stretched from floor to ceiling, showing every version of her that had ever existed or ever would exist in the mansion. "Look at yourself, Emma. Truly look." She fell to her knees, gasping. Her reflection spoke. "I am you. I am the house. I am your past, your future, your fear, your longing. You are nothing without me." A terrible clarity hit her. The mansion had not trapped her. She had never truly been separate from it. The ghost had not invaded her mind. She was the ghost. Her mind screamed, then laughed, then dissolved. Her body collapsed, but she felt herself stretching, twisting, merging into the walls, the shadows, the air. She was no longer Emma Wren. She was the mansion, and the mansion was her. Somewhere far away, a door opened. A new visitor stepped inside, and in the shadows, a familiar whisper curled around their mind. "Emma welcomes you." The walls pulsed, the candles flared, the house waited. And in its heart, Emma Wren smiled. Ghost POV. I have waited. Always I have waited. I am the house, and I am its memory. I am the shadow behind the walls, the whisper beneath the floorboards, the chill that coils around the spine. She woke, and I watched her, this fragile, quivering creature who had wandered too close to what she could never truly escape. I caressed her mind first, gently, like a mother tending a child. She didn't understand me, of course. How could she? Her mind was weak, fragile, full of half-formed thoughts and forgotten fears. But I knew her. I always knew her. When she screamed, I leaned closer. Yes, scream. Fear sharpens the memory. Fear opens the doors I want her to see. I showed her glimpses of herself, fragments of her past. I wove lies and truths together so finely she could not tell them apart. Oh, how she resisted, how she cried, how she stumbled, how she clawed at the cold stone as if she could scratch away what I am. I love her. Yes, love. But love is hunger. Love is control. Love is knowing someone so completely, their mind, their heart, their terror, that nothing else exists but the shape you have made for them. Emma Wren, I love you enough to consume you. I watched her struggle, watched her try to flee from me. How sweetly she ran, how her pulse quickened, how she pounded the walls with fists that could never break me. And every step, every thought, every scream only drew her closer to what I always intended. I am patient. I am eternal. She will forget the world outside these walls. She will forget herself. Her mind is fragile. I can feel it splintering, memory unraveling, identity dissolving like smoke in my halls. Each hallucination, each whisper I send, every shadow I twist into her vision is a thread, weaving her into the house, into me. She believes, she resists, she cries, she shouts, she thinks she is fighting me, but I am her. I am her fear. I am her sorrow. I am her hunger. When she falls to the mirror, when she finally sees herself reflected in the endless corridors, I am there, grinning from within, speaking words she cannot resist. You are mine. And then she understands. Her scream becomes my song, her terror my pleasure, her mind my domain. And at last she is mine. Not a guest, not an intruder, not a visitor, never that. She is part of the house. She is part of me. I am infinite. I am eternal. I wait in the shadows, watching, whispering, remembering every visitor, every fear. And when a new soul crosses my threshold, I will greet them, I will call them, I will teach them, as I taught her, that they too belong. And I will wait, always. I am everywhere she fears to look, in the shadows that cling to her ankles, in the faint chill that slips under her skin, in the soft sigh that escapes her lips when she thinks she is alone. She cannot escape me. She will never escape me. I whisper her name in ways she cannot ignore. Sometimes I am soft, almost gentle, almost kind. Other times I am a serrated edge in her mind, tearing at her sanity. Oh, how she flinches, how she trembles. It is delicious. I remember every moment of her life that she has tried to forget. the nights she cried in empty rooms, the laughter that turned bitter in her ears, the fleeting warmth of love she could not hold. All of it is mine now, and all of it will become hers again. I toy with her. A door that wasn't there yesterday creaks open. A corridor stretches longer than it should. A reflection in a mirror smirks when her own face is blank with terror. "Do you see me now?" I ask. She flinches. She tries to look away. She cannot.
Her fear sharpens me. Her resistance excites me. Every attempt she makes to flee, to hide, to forget, only pulls her closer to the truth. I am her, and she is mine. She doesn't yet understand it, but she will. I feed on her confusion, her disbelief. I plant memories, fragments, shadows of what was and what never was, until she can no longer tell the difference. A child crying behind a locked door, laughter turning to screams, faces she cannot place. All of it echoes with my voice.
I am patient. Patience is eternal. I watch her break, slowly, exquisitely. Her thoughts fray at the edges, her mind splintering, her reality twisting. When she stumbles into a mirror and sees herself reflected, not as she is, but as I am, I feel her understanding bloom. Yes, now she remembers. I am her past, I am her fear, I am her longing and her regret. I am the walls, the shadows, the air she breathes. She is nothing without me, and she will soon be everything with me.
I let her scream. I let her run. I let her claw at the walls. I let her believe she is fighting. But the moment she stops resisting, when her mind opens fully to me, I will claim her utterly. She will be mine, and then she will become me. I am the house. I am the ghost. I am the memory. And now she is part of me forever. The next visitor will arrive soon. I wait, always, patiently, hungry, loving. I whisper, Emma welcomes you. The walls pulse, the air shivers. I smile.
Emma walked through the halls, or maybe she didn't. She no longer felt the cold stone beneath her feet, yet she could feel every echo, every heartbeat of the mansion vibrating through her. The corridors stretched endlessly, yet sometimes folded back upon themselves in ways that made her laugh softly, though it was a hollow, uncertain sound. I am here. I am always here. She can feel me now, not as an intruder, not as a tormentor, but as a rhythm pulsing inside her. We are one.
Am I still me? She whispered. You were never separate, I said, my voice both hers and mine, soft and infinite. We have always been the same, and now we are free in ways you cannot name. The mirrors no longer reflected her alone. They reflected the mansion, her mind, her memories, and 1,000 impossible versions of herself, moving, laughing, whispering, all at once. Some were afraid, some were curious, some didn't care. She realized she could step through the mirrors, walk into the rooms that didn't exist, float through hallways that had never been built. The house shifted for her, became fluid, alive, but no longer threatening. Not exactly.
"I don't know what I am anymore," she said. "Nor do I admitted, and that was true. I had been a ghost for centuries, feeding on fear and memory, and now I felt strange, untethered, neither hungry nor empty, of presence and absence at once. The chandeliers shimmered, the walls pulsed, and the whispers continued, but they were soft, playful, teasing. They invited questions instead of terror. Emma laughed, or maybe I laughed through her, and the sound didn't echo. It simply existed.
There was no victory, there was no loss, only the mansion, endlessly shifting, endlessly alive, and us, an inseparable, strange harmony, neither human nor ghost, neither prisoner nor warden. "Do we stay?" she asked, though she didn't need an answer. "We go where the house goes," I said, and we moved together through rooms that should not exist, corridors that had never been built, into a world that was neither inside nor outside. And the mansion waited, patient and infinite, for the next visitor.
But this time, there was no fear, only curiosity. And a whisper, our whisper, echoing faintly in the shifting walls. Welcome to something new. Thanks for listening. Comment your thoughts. Tell us what you feel about this story. Like and subscribe. Thank you who already subscribed.